I'm going to show you how to make one cup, one life. It's very simple. Look around your house. See what materials you have in the house. Something you don't need anymore. Take the wire, cut the wire off, and take the middle wires out. Usually you have 3 wires in China. Take these out, and then strip the plastic and cut it about 30 centimeters. You can cut as many as these you like. What you do, you take the copper, take a pencil, and just simply twist. Twist the copper around the pen. That you get a spine. Very simple. Now you have a very small piece. You can make as many of these and put them together or connect them together. This is the first part. The second part of this is you take another one of these wires and you twist it very tight, very, very tight. And then this is the trick of the game. This is where you become more advanced than the scientists in Beijing universities and most of the universities around the world. We call it the nanotechnology. I'll show you how to make a very fast nanomaterial. This is a key to your life. This is what saves lives. This is what changes life. In the house, you usually have the Chinese pans. You create fire to cook. Here, I have a torch. The system, very simple. I need this. What I do, I reduce it. We need a high temperature. The copper has to go red. If it doesn't go red, it doesn't work. You put the copper on the fire and you wait for it to go red. As it goes red, you start moving. You start moving very, very slowly till you see it going red, and then you start moving. You see it? If you look, the copper stays continuously red, and then you carry on very, very slowly, very, very slow. You keep the copper in a red color. It has to stay red. And then, you see it? You come all the way, very slowly, very, very slow. You come to the end of it. Some of the wire might bend, it doesn't matter. But you go to the end. Make sure everything has to be black. You can't have any metal. Just watch. You see it? It goes red. The other part is going to the left. You go red. Let it cool for a few seconds. And then, when it cools down, you do exactly as what you did before. You take it, still hot, and what you do, you place it back again, the same as on the pen, and you twist it around the pen. You'll find out you find some pieces already opened up. It doesn't matter. This is good. And then you follow it till it's totally finished. And then you push it back and bring all the wires together that they stick. There is nothing staying out. Now you have another spring. Look. Okay. Now you have one which is natural, one which is nano-coated. This is the edge of technology. Now you need something else. In all the homes we find batteries. The batteries which they carry zinc or zinc material. If it's a metal one, is no good. You can put a magnet on it and it sticks. You need a piece of zinc or You can find a piece of zinc from the roof or from anywhere if you cannot find a battery, but it's usually in the batteries. You get it and you just fold it. Now what we do, we get a cup. That's what we call it, one cup, one life. You hang this one on one side. You hang the other one on the other side. And then I recommend you to get a hard piece of wire and turn it to this shape and hold it, put it on the top. Now you have made yourself a very simple system. You need to hang this on the middle. There we are. When you hang it like this, now you place it in the middle. As simple as that. Now we move to the final stage. As you know, we need to connect the three pieces together. You need to connect the plate to itself. This is from your battery, or you have it a zinc from somewhere. Then you connect the middle part again on the leg, very simply, to another piece. Then what you need to do, just make sure it's tight, very tight, and then you place it back in the cup. Then the third wire. What you do with the third wire is very simple. You connect it again to the bottom, to the end of this wire. Then just twist it, that it stays tight, bring it back and hang it inside. Very simple. Now you have, I show you, 3 wires and 3 pieces. What you need to do is very simple. You can do one thing. You can, to speed up, to make the material very fast, take an old battery. Very old battery, not much power in it, and connect the 2 outside together and get a tape, a simple tape, and connect this to the top of the battery. That's all you need to do. Just make sure you have the tape and you have this, and you connect it directly to the top. Make sure it's tight. You get another piece of tape and you connect the bottom to the center. Of the battery. So now we have a system. You have the 2 wires. You have to make sure none of these touches. But this process, a cup of life of man, 1 cup, 1 life, needs water. This water, you take a tap water and you add salt to it, cooking salt. You add about 15% for 1 liter, 150 grams is good, and you stir it till it's fully done. Then Now you start saving your life. Just fill it up. You don't need to do anything else. Just fill it up to the top. Leave it. You'll start seeing bubbles. Make sure everything is inside. And if you look, already bubbles start coming up.
As you see, time passed and you've seen 1 cup, 1 life. It has been reacting, and now we have our GANs. I showed you the color of the GANs before. It was like bluish, but you can get, again, different colors. It may even come yellowish, orangish. And here's another GANs that I got another harvest. You can see the color. So the color, it doesn't matter. So when you see that, this is good because you have all the elements that you need here. Now let me show you how to harvest it, how you can get these GANs out of this cup, because this keeps giving you GANs. As long as you keep adding salt water to it, it doesn't die. It keeps giving you GANs. So I'm going to harvest it. You can use turkey baster or you can use a syringe and pull it out of the bottom, whichever it's convenient, whatever you have. So I'm going to use the turkey baster. I forgot to mention, on the top of it, sometimes you have GANs on top of it. So if you do have, with a plastic spoon, you can get all the GANs on the top. Actually, they're not all of them GANs. Some of it is amino acids that is connected. So that amino acid is good for later on. We will tell you, if another protocol, what you can use that for. So we can collect that amino acid, add to it, or take some of it, put it in another container separately. So the other material that on the top is the amino acid of it, part of it. So you can remove some of it, keep it separate, and the rest you can add to your 1 cup, 1 life in your harvesting. Now, how are we going to wash these GANs? Because it was a 15% salt solution. So now we're going to make it what? More like add fresh water to it. So that the next step, I'll show you how to wash this. Now I'm going to show you how to wash this GANs, because we had a 15% salt in it and it's very salty. So what we're going to do, we're going to add fresh water to it, and again let it settle down, and then we remove the water from the top so it becomes less salt. So we keep doing it until when we taste the water, it's not too salty. Not many people can tolerate the salt. Actually, the salt water is very good. So we collect all this salt water in another container, which I tell you in an application how we're going to use that salt water, because it's very valuable. So what I have here, and also going back to 1 cup, 1 life, that we harvested the GANs, now you can see it's half full or half empty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some more salt water to it because it keeps producing, it doesn't die. So we're going to add more salt water to it, and we put it aside, and it's going to give us more GANs, and we can harvest more. Now, here I have this. I'm going to wash the salt. So I take some water, add to it, and you can see the water become very milky and everything is mixing. But if you give it some time, it settles down. It becomes just like this. Then I can pour off the top of it in another container, another gallon, another bottle. And I'm collecting that. And in time, this basically, the water on the top become not too salty. Now I'm going to show you how to apply this. What's the application? And talk a little bit about the coronavirus and how it has been progressing. Now I'm going to show you how to apply this one. This is the GANs water that basically has been settled, because basically also what I did, I shake the bottle and everything is settled. So this water is being energized. So it has all the energy of the GANs that we have here, and this is what's the energy that is going to fight the coronavirus. And I'll show you how to apply it. One way is through spraying it. Here's a spray bottle. You can find any spray bottle at home, large or small. So what I do, I add this to spray. Again, only the water. We need these GANs. This is what really we need and gives off energy. I'm going to emphasize that over and over again. So you're not consuming the GANs. You only take the water on the top. So you see I'm gentle not to stir that. So here I have the GANs in my spray. Is one way you can apply it. Another application is through breathing. So I made myself a hookah. So I took the drinking bottle, especially the one that bike riders have because it's already easy and it is a hole in here. And what I did, I made a hole to the side of it and put a straw that it went into the water. So what I do, I basically suck the air from the top. So what happened, the air goes from here, goes through the water, the air gets again energized and it goes into my lung. As it goes into my lung, the virus that's in my lung, it basically will take its energy. And that's a very effective way of, again, to deal with the coronavirus. The other way is we drink. We drink in a day to prevention 300 to 500 milliliter in a day, in different times, sips. For example, I take just this much, sip. And drink it like that. And now they spray. So I'm going to show you where to spray that. The areas we spray is the head, actually the entire body. And what the doctors reported, this virus has gone from the lung and the brain and the head that we know of, it has gone into the intestine. So it has adapted to a more acidic environment. The virus has gone even to the muscle tissue. A lot of people feel the pain in the muscles. They feel pain in hip. They feel pain in the bones. They feel pain in the fingers, as if somebody pressing the fingers, holding in a hand and pressing it. That's sort of a pain they have. Also, they see kind of a dark stool, or the urine is very yellowish or whitish. Or women, they feel cramp in the belly, or men, they have a pressure in the belly. So again, these are the signs that the virus has gone into it. And some of these signs that I'm explaining to you, the patients did not even have a fever, never even showed any other signs. And we have seen in Italy that some of the patients died from pain in the throat and had a heart attack or stroke. What happened also, this virus has gone into the liver and kidney. If you feel pain in your back, in your kidney area, again, that shows this is the area that the virus has gone. So there is another protocol for these situations that you feel pain below your chest. So this area, if you feel any of these, there is a second protocol. There's another GANs that I'll show you how to make it. Because as you know, our body, we get things through the air, through our nose. We also drink through the water and also the solid. So we cover the breathing part of it, that you took care of your lung. But then when it comes into the body part, the physical part of it, the muscles and the bones, we need to have another GANs. The cup of life that I showed you to make for this protocol is very simple. You already made it, and I'm going to make it simple. So what you do, you take this zinc plate out of it. You make another cup, just a fresh cup, like this. And what you do, you only put your nano-coated copper and your copper in that. Simple. And then you're connecting these two and add salt water to it. So what it does, this is going to give you the next GANs, which is a CO2 GANs. And this is the one you use from this part, from your chest,